Oh, hey everybody. Nationwide here. About to go on a vlog. Did some grocery shopping over at old job at Sam's Club. So, well, I was able to get the, details about the 401k that I had. Because, the personnel league wasn't there. So I'm thinking I'm going to try again, next Monday, hopefully. If I didn't get called in right away. Because I got to do this around 8 o'clock because the personal league doesn't come in like from 6 to 2. So I'm better off just doing it early in the morning and get it over with. Besides, my birthday's coming up, so I need that extra money. I'm not going to do anything special on my birthday. Yeah, so I'm just going to take a break from that. I'll probably end up maybe Carmen's Cuban Cafe or something. Having a couple drinks. Well, if they have a dance gathering, I'll go to that. But for some reason, they do that like on Tuesdays at 7. I don't know why they didn't do that on Thursdays. So I gotta go somewhere else. There's one place in Cary I had to go to. So a little detail about that. Well, anyway, last year on my birthday, I might have invited 30 people. Yeah, about 30 people to go over there with me on, let's see, go over to Israel Sports Bar, karaoke night, because, my birthday was on Wednesday, and of course, karaoke night won't be a bad idea for my birthday. So anyway, I invited 30 people over there, and about only 12 showed up. Yeah, that's how crazy it was. So anyway, we got a lot of traffic here, going up on Wilmington Street. Yeah, so, and then another crazy thing, let's see, I'm trying to think what else happened at that birthday party. Well, of course I had a date anyway, so, she, paid for my stuff, drinks and then the hot wings. So, I was very thankful for that. And then, well, the year before that, a couple years ago, my birthday was at Chuck and Shack, of course. And, I threw another birthday party there. And so far I had like about 6 people there. Yeah. And, hold up. So anyway, about, that many people showed up there. I even invited a couple people to show up, never did. So I'm just taking a break from celebrating my birthday for, a couple of years. Until, I know who's going to show up and who's going to make it. Maybe next year I have a Dayton Busters. Right now, I had to focus on getting this truck past the inspection and the emissions test. Yeah, so coming up on Tuesday, I have to take my truck in the shop. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but, it's about that multi-switch lever where the windshield wipers only work on high, but not, medium, low, and intermittent, and delay. Yeah, so, the mechanic said something that, there's like might be a bad circuit board on the wiper motor. Maybe replace the wiper motor. I don't know. But the headlight button, it's connected to it. It's like above the steering column. And of course, you can't even get the headlights on. So I had to figure out why that isn't working. Because I thought you had to replace the whole lever anyway, but he said there's separate switches on there and it's just on a different position. Yeah, so that's just ridiculous. I never had a vehicle that had a problem like that, but I always had to have it on this one. This is just ridiculous. Just more money you had to throw away. And then plus you had to have that to pass inspection, which is bullshit. So it's more money you have to spend to get your car to pass the inspection. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. I don't even know how this truck passed inspection. And it was back in February of last year. And I registered this truck in May of last year. So this truck went over almost a year and a half without the safety inspection and the emissions test. So that was crazy. Yeah. And then, let's see, I had to work the last couple of nights. And then finally last night, today's my day off, so finally I got to hang out with some friends over at karaoke night, have a couple beers, because that, it's just a long day. I'm dying for a cold one. Yeah, and then sang a couple songs. There was a lot of people packed over in Champions last night. I don't know what happened last week. There wasn't that many people there. But there was a couple of people I know that didn't show up last night for some reason. Then there's another guy I knew back in high school. He used to be going there, but last 3 weeks he hasn't been showing up. And then there's a substitute teacher who's from the same school who goes there a lot, and asked him, so what was our friend who used to be showing up about 3 weeks ago? And he said something, oh, he's in rehab. Turns out he's been drinking a lot, and he don't have a car anymore. And then he lives probably down the street from there, like Western Boulevard. He goes there in walking distance. Because the last time I saw him, he was pretty hammered. He was dickered. Yeah. And I thought that was crazy. I used to hang out with his brother a lot in the past, too. But ever since his brother, moved in with his girlfriend, barely hang out with him. Yeah, this is just weird. It just seems like everybody, is getting married or just moving in with somebody, you're not even married to. You can't even hang out with your own friends. That's just crazy. I mean, if you don't have any kids, what's the point? If you don't have no kids, that's just crazy. And then, another thing was going on. Oh, I was doing some research. It was at work. There's this truck at work that I like. It was an old International S1600. One NC State, but it has a tank in there. I don't know what's that tank for, but it's not hazardous materials. But anyway, what's interesting about this truck, it has this Dayton spoke split rims. So what that is, to take the tire off, there's these 5 clamps that hold on with the lug nuts. And to take them off, you can't take them all the way out, or, that damn clamp will shoot out in your leg. Cause a bad injury. And then, so what you had to do, you had to loosen the lug nut almost halfway, or halfway point, and then you had to hit the clamp on around the studs several times with a sledgehammer or a ball peen hammer to get them loose. Once they're loose, then you can take the lug nuts off, and you should be safe. And then just turn the wheel a little bit, wobble, and then get them off. But they call these Widowmakers, and I'll tell you a reason why. Okay, there's a special cage you have to use to change the tire out with that bead ring. So, I mean, when you take that tire off, it looks like a donut, but it still has the bead around it to hook onto the wheel. So with the cage, it's supposed to help keep the tire from hitting you when you're getting the tire off the bead. If you don't have that, then most likely it's going to hurt you, and then you're going to die from that awful injury. So that's why a lot of these tires are worn out, because a lot of people are afraid to change them out. You had to call a special tire technician to change all that stuff out and everything. Because yesterday that same truck had to have 4 new tires in the back, and then there's a spacer in between to keep the wheels together. So taking that off, the outboard tire, then there's the inboard tire. But with the rim part, it looks like it's welded onto the bead, but it's not welded on, it's just rusted. Somehow rainwater's going right through between the spacers of those 2 wheels. So you had to use a lot of penetration and lube to get that off. And you had to be very careful. And they're the pain in the ass to get to the brakes too. Like in the back, you had to take the axle shaft hub out. And then after you take the tire out, then you had to take 5 or 6 more lugs out from the inside of the rim, which connects onto the brake. And I think the brake goes with it or something. It's just a very complicated system. I don't know why they even made those. They made those from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and 90s. And they stopped making them around 2000. I mean, they used to have them on school buses too. Because I remember when I was living in Pennsylvania for a little bit, I was riding on the school bus there, to get to school, because the schools were far away. 3 or 4 miles away from every house you live in. So you had to ride the school bus anyway. You can't even walk to school because it's too damn far. The way they built them there. But anyway, you had to ride in those buses anyways. They had, all those rims and everything. And of course, there's a couple of people, got in the job for changing them. It was crazy. And it's just costing the city money for that lawsuit. It was horrible. So they stopped putting those in and buying new buses. And I figured, fuck it, we're not going to deal with any of this. And then about over 10 years ago, they still had them on buses, of course. I don't know why they didn't just sell them. Just bought, just the regular bud type wheels where you only take like 10 lug nuts off, take the tire off. The tire attaches to the full rim, you're good to go. Yeah, so, that's like this week's lesson on Dayton rims, split rims, or whatever you call them. Yeah, so I'm learning a little bit as I go along at work. So I need to know that. So that's about it. I'm over at Kroger right now. I'm about to go get my phone card to pay for my phone bill. It's already due. It's $35 a month, unlimited everything, so it's not bad. And then plus I'm getting a new phone case because this phone case I got, it's just fading out. It's just filled with scratches, paint's flaking off. It looks tacky. This new one I got is carbon fiber, so it looks pretty badass. So I'm gonna get that probably next Thursday. So I'll let you know what's more stuff going on for the video. So I'll see you around, guys.